That's what this report generally is called. And then we're going to go back over here. Number 3 says change the title alignment from by clicking the drop down arrow in the page layout section to centered. Alright, so we're going to go over here to the alignment from standard to centered. There we have it. Not going to click OK until they tell us to do so. Number 4 says before you accept these changes, look at the subtitle edit box. Notice that QuickBooks Accountant had changed the subtitle of the report. So it changed the subtitle even in the edit box over here. That is nice. Alright, then we're going to go to page 53, number 5. Now it says we can select OK to accept the changes. Then we're going to change the columns text box from total to only 2 month. Alright, so I'm going to go here. We're going to select OK. There we have this. Now, the reason it's only the total here, if we want it to show the months separately, we need to select this columns selection here, drop down, and we want to have it month. That breaks it out between July, August, September, and then we have the total of the 3 here. So, and it also gives us, of course, this breakdown in percentage for each of those months. So do we look like the picture here? I think we look pretty much like the picture. That is good. But it says, number 6 says, do not close this report window. We're going to memorize this report, however, with the title for the 3rd quarter. So I'm going to go back over here. We're going to memorize this by hitting memorize and with the title 3rd quarter. Third quarter income statement. And I'm going to go click here. I'm going to select our name. Going to put it there. Take a little camera shot of that, indicating that it has been memorized. Then if we scroll down to the next item to preview the modified income statement, it says click the print on the bar and then click preview in the print reports window. Miniature reproduction of the report appears. So again, it's similar to like the old version, like 2003 version of Windows, where we go to the print preview is in the file, and if we go to print reports, then we have this preview button, and then we can see this print preview button. Again, main thing you want to see on the print preview is that the columns are kind of lined up in the same area, and you'll note that this is not. So, or actually, yeah, see how you have a column over here. So we have these 2 months, and then if I click 2 pages, you have this over here. So if you printed this, it's very ugly. So we kind of want to fix that. I'm hoping that the instructions now will fix that before they print it, because you don't want to turn it in like that. So then we're going to scroll down to number 3 that says, notice that the next page and previous page buttons allow the Windows heading. The preview page button is grayed out, which indicates that there is no previous page, but the next page button is not grayed out. So they're saying that there's a next page that we're going to want to check out. Number 4, after previewing the statement, click the close button on the button bar and then click cancel in the print report. The report reappears. Alright, so we could close the print option like so and close this item like that, or hit the cancel and go back here. Next objective, to reduce the font size. So we're going to take some strategies. How can we make this thing fit on one report? Obviously, normally if you're probably thinking of how we do it, we would print it landscape is probably how we're going to do it, and we could force it to fit on one page as well. But we're going to start out with the font size. So here we go. Font size, click the customize report on the report button bar, and then click the fonts and numbers. So we're going to go back here, we're going to go to customize, we're going to go to fonts and numbers over here, and we're going to scroll down, and it says, number 2 says, click the font change font button located on the bottom center of the window. The column label window appears, and then we're going to choose Arial font. So we're going to go back here, and we're going to change font, and we should get a bunch of fonts that will show up. And we want Arial, isn't already on Arial. And then we're going to choose Arial as the font, narrow bold. So we have the Arial as the font, but we're going to change it to narrow bold. Okay, that's going to make all the difference. And then we're gonna and 8 as the size. So then we have the size being 8. That is where it is at. So that is good. So we look like the picture here. That is good. Number 4 says click OK to accept the size. A changed font window will appear asking if you want to make the change to all related fonts. Click yes, then OK. So I'm going to select OK here, yes, and then OK. And there we have it. So it changed it to the narrow font. Alright, and then we're going to scroll down to page 56 where we have a new objective which states to preview the modified income statement. Click print, report button, click preview. The print preview window appears. Notice that the heading for this window may still include the words pages 1 through 4. Change the font size has reduced the report size, but not enough that will fit to one page. Alright, so we're checking to see if this fixed the problem so that it will all print all columns on one page. And so we're going to check that by going to the File tab. We're going to go to the Print Report, and we're going to go to Print Preview, and we can see that there's still multiple pages, and it's still really kind of ugly. So we're going to go ahead and close that and say that didn't solve the problem, which is shocking. So then we're going to go to the next item that says to change the document from portrait to landscape. See, that's what I came up with off the bat here. So now we're going to change it from portrait to landscape. So we're going to click print on the report button bar and go to the print reports window, click the landscape button in the orientation, and then we're going to fit the report to one page wide. We're going to go over here, we're going to go back to the files, we're going to go to the print report button once again, and we're going to change it to landscape is right here. We're going to change landscape, and then we're going to fit it to one page wide. Once again, you usually don't care that it's more than one page high because it's okay to have the second page on the second page a lot of times, but you don't want to have the second column on the second page because that is kind of unusual. So then we're going to say preview that. Did that do what we wanted to do? We still have a next page, but at least it's not a different column now. So this is much improved, much improved. I'm not sure if we're going to stop there, but that does look better. So then we're going to go to number 4 that says click the preview once again. The report still does not fit on one page. Thus, your only option is to collapse the report and forego the detail. So they want it on one page tall as well. So again, it's not as big a deal. So in number 5, click close and then cancel the print report window. Click the collapse button. So in order to get it on one page tall, we can close this window. And we can close this, and then we're going to collapse the data so we don't have as much detail. If we collapse it, then this looks like it may actually fit on one page. Alright, and then click the collapse button, click the print button, and the preview. Let's preview that one more time. So we're going to go back over here. We're going to go to the file. We're going to go to the print report. We're going to preview that, and now there's no next page indicating that it is indeed one page, which is great. Then number 6 says close the window and exit QuickBooks. Alright, so now I'm going to scroll down to page 57. And here we have our modified income statement. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. I'm going to export it, of course, at this time to Excel. So I'm going to export to Excel. I'm going to create a new worksheet within an existing workbook. When this pops up, we're going to go to the existing workbook. It's probably going to the workbook we want at this point, which is chapter 3 right there. I'm going to double click just to make sure and export that. Should open a new, which should open that workbook with a new tab and this file in that new tab. So here we have it. I'm going to make this large. I'm going to go over here to the View tab. I'm going to go to the Page Layout view so I can see the header. I'm going to select OK on that. Then I'm going to go to the View tab up here. We're going to go to the Windows group. I'm going to unsplit that weird split thing so that I can then see the tab and double click on it to change the name to the third quarter income statement. I'm going to save that. I'm going to go back to the normal view. I'm going to move this a little bit this way so I can see more columns here. And I'm going to take this and pull that over here so it's in order. So then we have our tabs there. I'm going to go ahead and save those changes. I'm going to close that up. Once again, if you wanted to save it as a PDF file, you could print it to a PDF printer or go to File, Save as a PDF, like so. And then we could also save it in that format. You don't have to, of course, save it in both these formats. I prefer the Excel document so that you can upload it at one time. But if that is not an option, this will work as well. And there we have that. So we're going to save that, and there is that. Lastly, if you were to upload this, if you're going to decide what you wanted to send to someone, either as an attachment or to upload it to the Moodle rooms, you can go into week 1. If you're going to upload all these files, say you wanted to upload all these files, then you could upload them one at a time, or you could zip the file and upload that all at one time by right-clicking the file and then going to send to a zipped file. So that'll create a copy of a file, but it'll now be zipped so that you can then attach the one file at one time.